Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. My name is Mohammed Ali, and first of all, before we proceed, one thing which I need to mention here is that in the previous tutorial by mistake we just write here the comparison operator, and this is not the comparison operator. I mean double equal sign. Okay, you just need to remove this single one. Okay, when we say that if port description is equals to null, then we will set the view to gone, which means unvisible. Now the next thing is, in the previous tutorial we have completed the like feature. Now in this tutorial we are going to allow a user to comment on his friend post or pictures. So first of all, the user has to click on this comment button, and we will send the user to the comments activity that we will now create. Now for that, let's just close all the previous activities quickly, and yeah, close this one. Yeah, inside our post adapter we have a button by the name which we already initialized here, if you remember, which is by the name comment button. Okay, here you can see it. So we can just say that inside our on bind view folder, if a user click on that button, which is our comment button. Okay, before that let's create our comments activity. So new activity, an empty activity, and the name of this activity will be comments activity. So our comments activity has been created successfully. Now come here to the comments, and here first of all let's just change this constant layout to the relative layout. Now the next thing which we need to do, let's just set a click listener on our comment button now. So on our post adapter we have to say that holder dot set on click, sorry, on our comment button dot set on click listener, and we have to send the user to the comments activity. So just copy this and paste that inside here, and now we, instead of that, we are sending the user to the activity name comments activity. Also let's just change the name of this to intent comment. Okay, just to make a difference between it two. Yeah, now just close this post adapter, come here, and now we have to design this quickly. Now I need to just check one thing. Come here to the fragment notification.xml, and from here we need to just copy this app bar layout whole code. Okay, so just copy it up to here, Control C. Now close it, come back to the comments activity and paste that whole app bar layout. Okay, now let's just quickly change the IDs for it. So this is our app bar layout for the comments, and then we have comments toolbar, and the next thing is to change this notification to comments. Yeah, now next thing is basically to add a image view here, where we will display the picture on which the user is going to write a comment. So we can just say image view match parent 200 dp will be the height, and make sure to close this. Now in here let's give ID to it quickly. ID will be post image comment on the comment page, which means it's just to make the ID unique. Okay, anyways, scale type will be center crop, and just for the at the back we are going to just add a picture which is by the name profile, and as I told you, we will display the post image basically here. This is just for the designing purposes, and it must be below our app bar. So just copy the ID and paste that here so that it can move below. Now next thing is to add a recycler view where we will retrieve and display all the user comments. So here we have this Android X recycler view, widget recycler view, match parent. sorry, match parent. Okay, then close this, and now first let's give ID to it. So we can just give it name as recycle view comments. And next thing is to, I mean, it must below the image, post image, the image. Okay, just paste that comment here. Here you can see it. And let's give margin from all the sides. 5 dp will be good. Okay, and the last thing is to add an edit text and image view where we will display the user image. I mean, that person who is going to write a comment on someone post, I mean his friend post. So first of all, we can say relative layout, match parent, wrap content, sorry, and let's give ID to over this relative layout. Let's say comment relative layout or whatever it is, because we need to make this recycler view above from this where it is. Okay, it is not displaying here, but we will move it first. I mean, this relative layout to the bottom, and this recycler view must be above this relative layout. So I mean, to move it to the bottom, first of all we have to say align parent bottom to true. Okay, and here we can say, I mean, in our recycler view, that it must be above our this comment relative layout. And now let's add the little bit different white color, I mean, from this whole one. I mean, here we can say background hash triple F, and inside over this relative layout, first we need to add a circle image view that will be 40 dp, and the height will also be 40 dp. Let's just close this, and let's add source to this, and the source will be our profile for now. And let's add ID to over this one. So we can say profile image on the comment page. Also, let's just give some padding to it. It will be 14 dp. No, it is too much. 4 dp will be good. Okay, and next thing which we need is to add a edit text here. So we can say edit text, match parent, wrap content. First we need to give ID. Let's give ID to it as add comment, and it must be at the right side of our circle image view. So we can say to right of ID and paste that ID here. Okay, and now let's add a hint to it. So we can say write your comments. Let's align it in center, I mean with this image properly. So we can say center vertical true, and let's give some margin from the start. So margin will be 10 dp. Okay, and margin from the end 10 dp. Now we need to add a button. Let's also check if we give some padding to it how it will looks. Yeah, that is good. Now the next thing is to add a button, or instead of that we can use a text view button, which also, I mean, fit to the Instagram UI. So we can just say text view and wrap content, close this. First let's give ID to it, and it will be post comment, which means publish comment. Okay, use the same ID so that we can, I mean, you will not get confused. Text color will be color primary, and text style will be bold, and the text for this will be publish. We have to move it to the, here. So first of all, we have to say align parent and true. Okay, center vertical true, you can see it. And the text size for this will be 20 dp will be good, or instead of that 18. Let's just go for 18. Okay, but we need to move this edit text here. So here when we say that to write off, here we can also write that is to left of id and pass this post comment id here, and you will see the change. Here you can see it. Okay, so it looks perfect. Also, let's give some margin for this one from the end. 6 dp will be good. Now if we see, then it is okay. Or if you want, you can also give some margin for this image. So margin start, you can say 5 dp. Okay, or if you want, you can just remove it. There is no need, but it is just to make the design little bit cool. Okay, so now you understand the whole thing. Anyways, now let's just do come here to the comments activity, and here we can say first we need to go back to our post adapter. When a user click on this comment button, we have to pass two things. One is the post ID and one is the publisher ID. So for that we can say that intent comment dot put extra. First one will be post. Make sure to use the same IDs. Okay, let's pass our post dot get post ID to it. Then the publisher ID, so just copy, and paste here. Then we have to say that publisher ID, get publisher. Okay, so we have to receive these on our comments activity as we are passing it from the post adapter. So inside our on create, what we are going to do is here we can say, well, intent equals to intent. Let's initialize here a string type variable. The first one will be private var post id equals to null, and then the other one is our publisher id. So here to receive the post id, we can say post id equals intent dot get string extra, pass the post id to it. Now this is the same, this must match with this one, post id. Okay, and then for the publisher id we can just copy paste this, paste it here, and instead of this we can say publisher id, and it must be the same one. Okay, so in this way we receive that. Now the next thing is that when a user click on this publish button, so we have to, okay, before that let's retrieve the user image. The user who is going to write a comment, we will also display his image here. So for that, let's just come here to our account settings activity. From here we need to just copy some things quickly, and which is this one. Let's just copy paste this whole function from here, control C, close this, come here to the comments activity, and now here we have to paste that function. And the next thing which we need to do is users, and we have to say that, okay, let's just initialize this also. So come here at the top quickly, and we can say private for user Firebase user. Okay, this is the variable name, so we have to write the small f. So Firebase user type, and we must initialize it with null. And then inside our on create, what we are going to do is here we can say Firebase user equals to Firebase auth dot get instance dot current user. Now I already told you, I mean this instead of this get reference you can also write in Kotlin that is reference. Okay, I mean it will give you no error, don't worry about it. Get reference is the built-in function which we also used in the Java code. Since this is a Kotlin, so I mean you can use this reference instead of get reference. Anyways, we have to write that is Firebase user is not null. Okay, so we are getting the user ID, and then in here we are retrieving if pure.exist. Then we say that yeah, we are using the user model class. We are getting the image, and here what we need to do is remove this username, full name, bio, etc. Okay, and .get .let user .get image placeholder is this, and remove this one. We have our own image by the ID. We have to use this ID which is profile image comments. Copy this, come here, paste that here. Okay, and press alt enter. You have to import this. Okay, so here you can see it, profile image comment. Now all we're gonna need is just to call this method inside our this on create. So the name of this is user info, or if you want to change the to give it a proper name, you can say retrieve user image or whatever name you want to give to it. So anyways, this is just to retrieve the image and display it. Now the next thing is to add a comment. So for that we have to create another function. So let's just quickly call a method which you will now create, or you can say a function which you will create now, which will be by the name add comment. So let's just create this function add comment. Remove this comment from here. So add comment inside here. We need to create a reference. Let's just copy paste this and paste that here, and we can say comments reference, and then stuff user we can say comments, and then remove this Firebase user ID. Okay, so comments reference. Now here we need to use the post ID because every post will have their own comments. So we have to say that .child post ID. Okay, and it must not be null. And yeah, now the next thing is to create hash map. So let's give it a name as comments map. I mean the information which we are going to save now inside the database. So it will be string object combination, not objects any. It can be any type. That is int, string, double, whatever it is. So can say comments map, and the name will be comment. That is the text basically which the user will write, and we can say we can get the text from our this edit text. What is the idea of it? Add comment. Okay, so copy it, come here, paste that here, dot get text, or in Kotlin we write text. I mean in both ways you can write. Okay, so get text or text, whatever it is. So anyways, I think that is now not in the suggestion, but anyways you can just say add comment dot text dot to string, and this add comment must not be empty. By the way, for that we will add something. We don't need to call this add comment method here. I mean when a user click on this publish button, then we will call this method. Okay, anyways we will just work on that. just remove this from here. First, let's complete this method. The second will be the publisher, that is who is going to comment on this, on this post or on this image. We have to store this id alongside by the name publisher, the publisher of this comment. Okay, so firebase user dot uid. Now is the time to save it, so you can say comments reference dot push. Let's create a random key for it, and then we can say dot set value and pass the comments map to it. Now if you want, you can add on complete listener on it, but I think there is no need for it. Okay, so we can say add comment, which is over this edit text. After when the user writes the comment, we have to make this empty, this edit text. So let's say if a user want to add another comment, okay, so we can say dot text equals to null. Anyways, it is not like that. If you want, you can just write clear. Okay, add comment dot text dot clear. While in Java we write dot set text and then double quotation, which means null. But in Kotlin we write that is dot text dot clear. Okay, so in Kotlin we have to write code like this, to make the edit text clear. So yeah, that's it. Now we have to, when a user click on this publish button, then we have to call this, which is over this text view basically. So post comment, the name of this one, copy it, come here, and inside our own create, after this user info, we can say post comment dot set on click listener on click listener. Then in here, first we have to verify that is this edit text must not be empty. So we have to say that is if add comment dot get dot text dot to string. If this become equals to null, we have to display a toast message and tell the user that hey, you need to write something. First write comments activity, and we have to write this comments activity and that comma. We have to write our message that please write comment first, toast dot length long, and then we have to say dot show. But if everything is okay, then we can just call that method, which is our add comment method. So yeah, everything is now okay. Let's just test the application. So our app is running now successfully, but one thing which we need to change is, just this is from the previous tutorial. Okay, we have to test the comments now. Here you can see I do not give some space here between this number of likes and then this likes. So let's just come here to the post adapter, and here we need to just quickly give some space there. So we can say here, okay, when we say this one, after this you can just give one like, one space or two space, whatever you like, but just give one extra space here, okay, in between. Now let's just test the application again for the comments, because this looks bad, when there is no space between the number of likes and this likes text. So our app is running now successfully. Let's also just go to the database so that we can see the changes that will occur here. So here you can see now it looks good. Anyways, let's just click on comments, and here you can see it. Now for now we are not retrieving this post image, which is this one. Okay, for now we just add this the feature which is to display the user image. And now here if the user write comment, that is, let's say, hey, this is really cool picture or whatever, you can just click on this publish, and here we go. And you can see it is now clear. If you just come here, comments and the random key, and then inside here we have this one. Sorry, this is the post key, not the random key. The post key, which I already show you here. If we just come here, let me just show it to you guys so that you can understand it more clearly, which is comments and then the post ID, and then after the post ID we have this push random key, and then we are storing this comments map, which is this information, which you can see from here. If you just come here, which is LTW, GKG, this one, this post. So on this post I just post a comment. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's it. Now what we need to do is let's also complete one more feature in this video, which is basically the total number of comments on a specific post. That is, this post, which is this one, has only one comment. Let's say another user add another comment, then there will be two comments, and that comments we have to display here, which is view all two comments. So let's just add that feature in this video also, which is really easy to add. So come here to the post adapter, and now here what we need to do is you need to just copy paste this number of likes function, paste it here. Let's just quickly change the name of it. It will be get total number of comments, or whatever the name you want to give to this, get total comments, and it will be our comments reference, and it is stored inside the comments node, is the parent node for all the comments, and then dot child post id. So comments reference, we can say we have a text view by the name comments. If you just scroll down here, then we have a text view, which is this one, okay, where we will display all the comments. So we can say that view, sorry, comments, what is the name of it, I just again comments text view. Okay, so we can say comments. Okay, so it will receive two things. One is the post ID as a parameter. The other one is the text view, which we will pass to it, and that is basically that comments text view, which is this one, which I already show you. This comments, okay, text view. You can also check it on the design. So anyways, it will receive it as a parameter. So comments.text pure.childcount.toString, and we can say before that, let's add something which is just like Instagram. Hope you have already seen these things. Is view all, and then give some space here, and then it will get the total number of comments for this specific post, which we are differentiating by the post ID. Then we can say that some space, okay, and then we say we all, let's say 2 comments, 3 comments, whatever the number of comments is. Okay, now you will see it when I test the application. So anyways, I mean this is okay. We have to just call this method now here in our on bind view holder. So it needs two parameter, I mean this one, which is the comments text view. Here you can see the type also alongside with it, and sorry, it's comments, and we have to use the holder since this is a post adapter. So we can say holder.comments, comma, the second one is the post dot get post ID. That's it. Now let's just quickly test the application. Let's also just see the database. So wait for it. So the app is running now successfully. Now you will see here, you can see view all one comments, okay, and the other one, I mean the remaining ones, has no text like that because these posts have no comments yet. Now let's just test it. I mean, if we add another comment, that's great. Okay, and then click on publish. So here we have these two now, I mean 1 comment and 2 comments, which is that's great. If you just go back, then you will see here view all 2 comments. Wow, that's great. Now if a user click on this view all 2 comments, then we must send the user here to this activity where the user can see all these 2 comments, 3 comments, whatever the number of comments is. Okay, hey or whatever it is. Okay, so anyways, I mean, let's just do that quickly. So we can say what we need to do is to copy this, because it is the same function, I mean the same thing we are doing using that. Okay, so remove this comment button. We have comment text holder.comments.set on click listener. We are sending user to the comments activity, and we must pass this post id and publisher id. So anyways, let's just again test it. So the app is running now successfully. If the user click on this view all two comments, then we just send here. Okay, and now let's just add comments on the other post. Let's add here so that we can see if it is working or not. Hey, that is cool. Here you can see, and now if we just go back, and here you can see view all one comments. Let's also add comment here. That's nice. Okay, if we just go back, and here you can see view one comment, view all one comment, two comments. Okay, so it is working really nice. That's great. You can just add comments now on a post. So yeah, that's it for this video. Now in the next video tutorial, what we will be doing is that we will basically retrieve, I mean send this picture, which is basically the comment picture, that is this post picture. If a user click here, then we must display that picture, and we will retrieve and display all these comments which this specific image, or you can say this specific post has. Okay, so we'll be working on that in the next tutorial. So if anyone is new to our channel, then please subscribe our channel Coding Cafe, thumbs up for this video, and don't forget to follow me on my Twitter and Instagram account for recent updates. Take care of yourself, and bye for now.